My opinion on that, it's all not clear and shady. DeepSeek had 50 to 100,000 GPUs, H100s, smuggled by whoever into China. NVIDIA's $600 billion sell-off was actually a shock to everyone here. We just need to make sure that we understand that we're not the only one playing this game. DeepSeek is a very interesting phenomena that happened recently after they released the data and showing that their AI training model is basically similar or better than ChatGPT's one. And they claim they didn't use this much energy and computing power as ChatGPT does. My opinion on that, it's all not clear and shady. I don't think you can do what they did by just claiming that you spend 100 times less. So I do believe that their model is real, even though there are a lot of different experts saying that the model is not as good as ChatGPT as they were saying. But what is for sure not real is the amount of money they spent on it. There is no way, I think, that this company has spent this much money as they claim. They may not lying to you, but they might just not saying the whole truth. Some experts who actually understand how to do training models say that DeepSeek had 50 to 100,000 GPUs, H100s, smuggled by whoever into China after the ban happened not to deliver NVIDIA GPUs into the country. I believe that is actually true. I think that you can achieve certain results with spending 100 times less resources. If it was the case, why wouldn't everyone do it? These models wouldn't come from Europe or any other countries. But no, this model came from China, the second largest economy in the world, the country that has more energy, power plants and data centers than probably any country besides United States. More to that, they have been training data. China itself has been training on data, different models for a very, very long time. Don't forget, China is a communist country. They have been recording faces of people in their cities for very long time. You can't use people's faces all the time just to train models because it's not constitutional, I think, number one. And number two, we have privacy laws here. In China, no, they don't have those. What DeepSeek is doing is they are using previous sets of data to train their models, the data that has been created for quite some time because they've been gathering data for a very long time in China. Secondly, I think they have a lot of good, smart engineers. I can't discount that. We can't say that they're not knowing what they're doing. And a lot of those smart engineers actually are engineers who studied in American schools and they just went back because they couldn't stay here. So I believe that those smart people shouldn't be living in America. They should be staying here and working on those models here. So they have a lot of good, smart people and they are very hardworking. You know, in China, they work 2-3 jobs and they work way more than any other country. Unfortunately, it's not all ethical, but at the same time, they use this type of approach to tech as well, not only in their factories, it's used everywhere, so they just work more. Another thing what I think is important to understand that cost is lower to build models because of the energy cost. Energy costs in the United States got to a level that it's actually very expensive to build a data center, utilize that data center by being connected to the grid. One of the important things that we have to understand that China energy cost is way lower than American one. They've been building nuclear power plants, hydropower plants, even coal power plants, while we have been closing them. So their cost of training models, training AI is just lower. Did you put me on mic? That's what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh my God. NVIDIA's $600 billion sell-off was actually a shock to everyone here. It triggered like trillions of dollars of sell-off as far as I know. And then it rebounded a little bit, but not that much. And the reason to that is that investors are afraid that maybe there is no justification to invest so much money into building data centers to create those models. They think that, well, if there is a small startup, or not very small, but a company from China could do this at a way lower cost, why can't we do it? And secondly, all what we needed is trigger in this market because, let's be honest, AI infrastructure and AI hype is a little bit overblown, or maybe not a little bit. It's a big bubble. I mean, big companies, Amazon, Google, Facebook, and all of these big companies, they have been investing tens and tens of billions of dollars into NVIDIA chips in the last years, and we have yet to see the results. To be frank, I don't believe that AI in general is a bubble. I do believe that AI has a huge potential to cure cancer, do a lot in transportation, do a lot in Medicare, do a lot in basically any other industry. There are a bunch of use cases, but it's going to take a little more time. But in my opinion, the market just overreacted. Too much capital got in and too many bets were just taken off the table. I don't think that Meta, Google, or Amazon, or all big companies, Microsoft, ever gonna stop investing into AI. I do believe that more data centers are gonna be built, the infrastructure is gonna be developed. Maybe it's not gonna be as cheap as it is in China or any other country, but reality is it's gonna be here in America, and it has to be here because this is a national security concern thing. And we definitely will see way more robust technology coming out from OpenAI, Microsoft. We're going to have more stuff coming from Facebook. I mean, they've been very good at what they've been doing. They just opened another data center. US is competitive with AI gaming with China. We just need to make sure that we understand that we're not the only one playing this game. There are going to be other countries, other companies coming with investments into this industry, and obviously not all the countries and not all companies have as much resources as American companies do, and that's why they're going to be looking for more different type resourceful ways to actually compete. That's just the nature of business. They will be looking for a cheaper, better ways to get in to the AI game and play it. The America has to focus very much on energy infrastructure, because if we're gonna fight with China, there needs to be way more work done on development of infrastructure, of building power grids, of building power plants. We have been focusing too much on unreliable, non-stable power sources. And when it comes to a big competition right now, as it is in AI, this is crucial and critical for the country and for country's economy. If you're interested to learn more about AI, GPUs, and how all of these models actually work and about real use cases, I encourage you to listen to my podcast on this channel with Bill Kleyman, who is an AI wizard. He's the CEO and co-founder of Apollo.us, which is US-based GPU training company. Check the link in the description and see if you learn more about AI.